This myth about back pain makes my stomach hurt because it's caused me and millions of others unnecessary amounts of pain and suffering. I was born with scoliosis and I developed degenerative disc disease. And for years, I believed that not using my back and not bending my back was the way to live a pain-free life. But let me tell you, that's one of the most dangerous lies out there.
Today, I'm going to show you why using your back is the key to healing it. I'm going to demystify back pain for you for a minute. It's simple. We overcomplicate it. It's the principle of specificity. Now, I remember going through my exercise science classes. When I heard the professor say that, I was thinking, what does this old man know about weightlifting? Like, what is he talking about? That's a no-brainer. Well, it turns out the professor actually knows quite a bit about what they're talking about, at least in this case. The principle of specificity is one of the best principles that I know of when it comes to rehab, strength building, you name it. If you want to get better at rounding your back and bending over and being able to pick up things and getting your socks on, then guess what? You've got to work on rounding your back. I know that's crazy, that's overlooked, but let me tell you, it's a common myth in the back pain community that you should never round your back, never lift with your back, never use your back. So then your back muscles are just sitting there withering away, getting weaker. Or you're like me, you're so afraid to use your lower back that they're constantly under tension, which obviously is going to lead to pain after a while. You've probably heard the saying, lift with your legs, not your back. Well, that's only partially true. You want to be able to lift with both your legs and your back. Why would you want to just be limited to being able to lift with your legs? I want to be able to use my back too. I want to use them both. I'm in this for the long haul. I want to be strong and resilient in my whole body, not just my legs. Doing slow and controlled spinal flexion is one of the biggest keys to healing your back. So let's get right into the exercises. When you are really sensitized to pain, you might want to start with the cat-cow. Yep, we're bringing it back, old school cat-cow. Let me show you what it looks like, folks. Start on a table. Sometimes when you're really in a lot of pain, it's going to be small. So you're just going to tuck your pelvis, your butt underneath you a little bit, round your upper back a little bit, and then go right back and arch your back. Going to start super small with it. Very small movements. If you're having a lot of pain, that's where you got to start. When you start getting a little more advanced with it, you can tuck your butt way under you and really round that upper back. Then arch your lower back and kind of arch your neck. Only take it as far as you can take it without having any pain or any increase in your symptoms. If you're really feeling froggy, get on your fist, stand on your fist, kind of punch the table, do a serratus anterior punch as you're tucking your pelvis underneath you, and then really arch the back as you go up like that. Anywhere from about 10 to 30 reps with that is a good sweet spot. But as always, folks, this is not a prescription. Listen to your body. The progression of that exercise, here's another moment where I'm making this stupid simple for you. This revelation dawned on me when I was getting out of the shower one day and I was having a hard time drying off my legs. I'm like, man, it just hurts to touch my shins. Like, I am not that old. Why am I having all this pain? Well, let me tell you, it's because I was terrified to round my back. And I just kept my lower back muscles so tight trying to protect myself all the time that they just never had a chance to relax and shut off. You can actually learn how to shut off your back muscles by using them. The more you kind of contract and relax them, the better and more efficient and more aware you get of where your spine is positioned in space. I was thinking, I wonder if I could just be specific here and turn this into an exercise, drying off my legs. And spoiler alert, yes, you can. So just stand up nice and normal and just start rounding the upper back and even round the neck and just go all the way down as far as you can comfortably go. Come right back up, drive with the glutes, squeeze the glutes. And then we're going to do it again. You can't get much more specific than that, folks. Literally just practicing, reaching down to your legs, to your feet, and standing right back up. Now, if you have back pain, this is not going to seem crazy to you. If you don't have back pain, you're going to think I've lost my mind. If you don't have back pain, probably should just click off this video. But for the rest of us who unfortunately have back pain, you realize how big of a challenge it can be to touch your feet. Well, you need to practice it. So all the way down, all the way up. Let's say you start having a little bit of pain at this spot right here. Just go right back up. It's the same rep range. I would do 10 to 30 reps, but feel free to play around with it. The reason I put a limit on the rep scheme is because it's not a good idea to go home and do that 500 times in a row. I know they're the David Goggins type people of the world who think that they just need to hammer and push through every single thing they do. Well, let me tell you, rehabbing your lower back is not going to work that way. The progression of that exercise is using a little incline board. That's right, just using a little incline board. Let me show you. Okay, so we're going to just climb up on the old board here. You automatically get a good stretch in your hamstrings and your calves if you're really tight in those, which most people with back pain are. You just do the same thing. Practice round and forward and standing right back up. Round and forward, standing right back up. Guys, I'm trying to teach you how to grade an activity up and down. If you don't ever learn how to do this for yourself, you're always going to be reliant on somebody else to fix your back pain and fix your problems for you. I am honestly trying to give you the tools to start fixing it yourself. Obviously, you can progress it. Progressive overload. You can add in some weight. So you come up here, just do a little deadlift. Go all the way down, round that back. Don't be afraid. And go all the way back up. Got to train that ability. This is kind of making bending over and touching your feet harder than it typically is. This is kind of making your back really resilient to a lot of different things. I'm not going to explain the rep range again on that one. Use your brain, use some common sense. There's one other really practical lift that I have found very useful when I'm in a lot of back pain. It's the golfer's lift. So it helps keep your spine fairly neutral when you're having to work. So this is to be used not necessarily when you're exercising, but at work. Let's say you work construction or whatever and you're having to do repetitive bending over a lot during the day. Once you start getting fatigued in your low back, this is a good one to learn how to do. So something on the floor, one leg behind you, lean forward and pick it up. Lean forward and pick it up. Switch legs. Lean forward and pick it up. Lean forward and pick it up. That is one that takes practice. You've got to learn how to properly brace your core to do that well. Pretend like somebody's going to punch you in the stomach. Don't let them knock the breath out of you. So push your core outwards. All right, I'm going to leave you with some closing thoughts. I really have had lower back pain for a large majority of my life, off and on. I'm here to tell you that there is hope for you. Health is a journey. Keep trying to solve your back problem. There's not an easy fix for you, but I am very confident in saying that you can improve the health of your lower back if you are smart and don't give up easily and keep trying. I can already hear the comments now. You're going to hurt your back. Oh, don't round your back. Your form is sloppy. Well, you keep staying stiffer than a bamboo stalk in wintertime, and I'm going to enjoy being able to pick up stuff off the floor and put on my socks. Have a nice day.